Y'all ready for this?
SiriusXM 60s on 6 with Shotgun Tom.
Well, thank you very kindly, Mike Kelly, as he sets in for Pat St. John, and we do our show across the street from CBS Television City here in Hollywood. Let's get this party started, baby.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Seriously now.
60s on 6.
Don't you love it, man? 60s music with no commercials. Here's Gary Lewis and the Playboys and This Diamond Ring. 60s on 6, Shotgun Tom Kelly on SiriusXM. And you know I love getting emails. It's not unusual for me to get an email. And it is at shotguntom@SiriusXM.com. And as a matter of fact, this was not necessarily an email at shotguntom@SiriusXM.com, but it came in on shotguntomkelly.com. It's from Peter. And he says, "Hey, Shotgun, I was listening to you on the 60s on SiriusXM the other day, and I kept thinking, where do I know that voice from? It drove me nuts. Your voice triggered some great memories, and I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I Googled you. It was KCBQ in Santee, which is a suburb of San Diego, and I used to listen to you as a kid. Awesome to hear you again. You sounded great as I remember." Oh, Peter, thank you very kindly. I do appreciate that. And by the way, if you'd like to do it, send me an email, shotguntom@SiriusXM or shotguntomkelly.com. And no matter where you're listening to us from, Bangor, Maine, Salem, Oregon, Providence, Rhode Island, San Jose, California, Baltimore, Maryland, Boise, Idaho, Pittsburgh, where radio began, Spring Valley, California, Palm Springs, and we don't want to forget the central part of the U.S., Denver, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Lubbock, Texas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Kansas City, Missouri, or Fort Smith, Arkansas. Here's Keith, 98.6.
Good morning, son, I say it's
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Happy New Year!
60s on 6.
As we do our last show from 2018, man, going into the new year, we got a special occasion for you. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles from 68.
Special occasion.
60s on 6, Shotgun Tom Kelly having a good time right here. And by the way, speaking about a good time, Something Good with Peter Noon is always a great time over the weekend. He'll be on Saturday, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. Now let's hear from Mama Cass Elliott. Can you dig it?
Now to sing this lovely ballad. Here is Mama.
60s on 6, Shotgun Tom and Van Morrison, that brown-eyed lady blues. And I tell you, I remember I was at the Hollywood Bowl seeing Van Morrison in concert. On the same bill, it was Tom Jones. But anyway, Van Morrison did Brown-Eyed Girl, and man, it sounded so good. Speaking about sounded good, how about Spanky and our gang? Here's a lazy day on the 60s on 6.
Blue sky, sunshine.
Shotgun Tom, weeknights.
60s on 6.
60s hits 24/7.
Thank you very kindly, Lou Simon. And no matter where you are, you could be in Seattle, Missoula, Fargo, Duluth, Madison, Chicago, Indianapolis, Des Moines, St. Louis, Nashville, Amarillo, Shreveport, Houston, Baton Rouge, or Dallas, Fort Worth. And they're known as the Metroplex. You got the Supremes right now.
Through the mirror of my mind. Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Absolutely.
60s on 6.
You know, in the 60s, you used to send a telegram. Well, now you go to Western Union and you wire money. Here are the 5 Americans right here on the 60s on 6. 60s on 6 on SiriusXM with Shotgun Tom Kelly. And I got to tell you something. Remember The Graduate, the movie. Everybody remembers that movie poster with Dustin Hoffman and the leg that was bent. You probably thought that was Anne Bancroft's leg. Well, it wasn't. It was Linda Gray's leg from Dallas. That's true. That's a true fact. Hey, here's the Tremolos with Shotgun and Silence is Golden. Right here on the 6. 60s on 6, SiriusXM and Shotgun Tom with the Beach Boys and Surfer Girl. You know, Mike Love and also Brian Wilson are going to be planning tours, and it's going to be happening soon. You don't have to wait until September, baby.
I'll be alone each and every night.
60s on 6 and Shotgun Tom. I'd like to think I'm your sweet talking guy, but we always like to sweet talk you right here on the 60s on 6. And of course, don't you love it? No commercials. I got Felix Cavallari talking about I've been lonely too long. Oh, blippity blip. Here they are right now.
I've been lonely too long. Tom Kelly.
You got me.
60s on 6.
And I'm so glad I got you because we got the outsiders and, we got lots of time left. So, just stay with me, baby. I'm telling you. Here's Time Won't Let Me on the 60s on 6.
Can't wait forever.
SiriusXM
60s on 6.
with Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Oh, absolutely. Right here on New Year's Eve. Now, listen, if you're going to be celebrating tonight, I want you to keep out of trouble in your audible bubble. Here's Neil Diamond and Cherry Cherry.
Baby loves me, yes, she does. Gun Tom Kelly.
Absolutely.
60s on 6.
All right, here we go down to New Orleans, known as the Crescent City. I bet they're partying hardy down there, especially on New Year's Eve. Here's Eric Burton and the Animals.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Three Dog Night, Shotgun Tom on SiriusXM on the 60s on 6. And you know how they got their name, Three Dog Night. Like out here in Hollywood, it's kind of cool, so that would be a One Dog Night. Probably in Denver, it's still cold. That would be a 2 Dog Night. But in Bemidji, Minnesota, as Flesh Phelps would say, I would think that would be a 3 Dog Night. Hey, Dave Clark 5, are you ready? I know what you got. And I see it right now, man. It feels really good. You got what it takes right here on the 60s on 6.
Don't drive a big fast car.
60s on 6, the Shotgun Tom on SiriusXM. And I'm telling you, man, we're saying goodbye to 2018. We're saying hello to 2019. Anyway, yesterday we had a great time. A friend of mine here in Los Angeles, Steve Resnick, he has a kind of a museum, and he's got every record that was, on Billboard magazine. I mean, it's just a famous place. Anyway, my friend Art Volo, who's from Novi, Michigan, he's radio's best friend. You've heard Pat St. John talking about him, Flash Phelps. Just a great guy. He puts on this thing called the Dream Lunch, and he has a bunch of radio people, a bunch of record people out there. Well, I got to tell you, it was wonderful, and 3 very famous radio guys. Well, 2 very famous radio guys. Joey Reynolds from New York City. He was on WOR for many years. And, of course, in the late 50s, early 60s, if you live in Buffalo, you heard Joey Reynolds on WKBW. Okay, that was that guy. Now, and these are friends of mine, by the way. Another guy, John Records Landecker, who was on WLS for many years in Chicago. He was there. And, of course, yours truly, the old Shotgun. Well, we were on this show called The Diner with Lou Simon. It's a great show talking about music. It's on the Volume channel, which is channel 106. We had a delightful time last night. It was just marvelous. Anyway, a lot of nice comments. A lot of people called in, said really enjoyed hearing all you 3 guys because we remember listening to you in New York, Chicago, San Diego, Los Angeles. I loved it like that. And right now, a song that we talked about on the show, on the Diner last night with Lou Simon, was this one right here. Nights in White Satin, the Moody Blues. Let's sit back and relax as we dig this song on the 60s on 6.